Welcome back to Simple Human Design. I'm Charlie, and today we're going to dive into the wonderful topic, the very powerful topic of how you can use human design in your coaching practice, because this is really going to help you to impact the work that you do with your clients and build even deeper client relationships. So by the end of this episode, you'll have some concrete ideas for how human design can really help better understand your clients, and really help them to sort of be guided in a way that feels really authentic for them, but also really empowering for you as the coach. So, first things first, let's have a look at why it would be amazing to use human design in your coaching practice. So, of course, as you guys, you may already know, or if you've, just come across this very randomly on YouTube because of the algorithm, I wanted to let you know a little bit about human design, which is basically a system that combines astrology, the I Ching, the Jewish Kabbalah tree of life, and also the Hindu chakra system, as well as a lot of science that goes into it as well, biochemistry, DNA, etc. And it really creates like a blueprint, or maybe the way I like to call it is like a personality test for your soul. And the reason why, human design is so amazing compared to like other normal, sort of personality tests out there is because it goes very, very deep. It's not just like, oh, you get a result, you're an INFJ or something like that. And, this is like, I don't know, several paragraphs about you. Human design actually goes way, way deeper, and it goes beneath the surface of your client's actions. And it really helps you to understand what drives them at a core level. We are all different, and human design helps us to be able to really open that up and bring that self-awareness to our clients. So using human design in coaching can actually make sessions a little bit more tailored, a little bit more impactful. And you're going to have a way to really understand the client's natural strengths, the challenges that they might have. And really, you can do this without them even understanding or recognizing those things in themselves, because you can read their chart and then they'll be like, oh my gosh, I really didn't know that about myself. Well, actually, it says it right there in the chart, so it's going to be amazing. So let's have a look at a couple of practical applications of how you can use human design in coaching. The very first one, I've got three for you. The very first one is all about actually recognizing the energy of the client that you have. So in human design, there are 5 energy types. There's manifestors, manifesting generators, projectors, and reflectors. And each type actually has a different way of interacting with the world, and also different energy dynamics. So when you kind of understand that, a generator or manifesting generator has a natural sort of like energetic sort of theme to them, but thrive only when they're doing what they love, then you can really start to guide your sacral being client in a direction that is going to really work well for them. And at the same time, if you are working with a projector, for example, who is really trying to like push and prove their worth, and they're working really, really hard, actually we can guide our projector clients to really sort of like pull back and understand their energy so that they rest. And of course, you might have heard me say this many, many times before, projectors actually have a very different way of being successful, and we get our invitations and we get recognized when we are resting, which obviously is the opposite of what usually happens out in this world. So that's the first one that I wanted to mention to you. Now, the second way that you can use human design in your coaching practice is essentially you can support how one of your clients is making decisions. Okay, so one of the really amazing parts of human design is the authority, or the decision-making process, which is really how each person is uniquely designed to make decisions. And human design is it's a very somatic, or can be a very somatic sort of practice. It really helps you dive deep into your body as opposed to making decisions with your mind. So you can guide your clients into understanding that if they have a bodily reaction or if they have an intuitive nudge, then perhaps maybe that is their genius speaking, as opposed to their mind or their overthinking, or something going on up there. So you can really help somebody to make decisions with their actual authority. And there are some people out there who have emotional authority. 50% of you guys actually have emotional authority. And it's really important for you guys to make sure that you're not making decisions in the moment. And again, as a coach, you can help guide somebody with this and just help them maybe ask a question. Do you think that it would be best if you sleep on this? Do you think that can you think of any examples where you have slept on a decision, or you have not made it in the moment and not made it, um, and things haven't gone wrong, etc. So this is also going to be really supportive for you and your clients as well. Now, the third thing that I want to talk about with how human design can really help your clients is actually you can start to understand very unique challenges and patterns. You can understand where they are, they might be working or living through their not self, which is basically the shadow part of ourselves. And you can really help your clients to understand things like, well, you're making decisions through your ego mind. You're making decisions based on fear as well, because we have so many different like fears that might crop up in our lives. So it's really important to help people to understand who they are in a very unique way. And actually, you can do this not by becoming a human design reader, but by simply just being a coach, where you can then just go ahead and guide people depending on the chart in front of them. And for you as a coach, it might simply be that you run their chart and you take a look at, maybe a couple of things like their decision making process and the type, their energy type. And that might be all you need potentially. And you can really help guide your clients through that. So, how on earth do you actually start integrating human design actually into your sessions? Well, to start off with, we need to actually get the time of birth from your clients, and the date of birth and everything for you to be able to run their chart. Now, obviously, this is a little bit difficult sometimes. If you yourself or one of your clients doesn't know their time of birth, then please watch or listen to my episode that's all about birth time rectifications. And that will hopefully help you a little bit with understanding, the time of birth, so that you can then run their chart. Now, you can, if you want to, just offer a little bit of a basic reading for human design in one of your first sessions together. You could just say, I study human design, or I love working with human design. I just wanted to let you know that you are this, and also this is how you're making decisions, or how you're born to make decisions. And you can kind of bring that in. Now, if you have a client who seems like they're completely not interested in human design at all, because let's face it, some people aren't, then you can still run their chart, but maybe you don't have to necessarily say anything about human design at all. You can just have their chart open in the background and you can just have a look at it. And if they say something, then you might be able to guide them based on seeing that chart and then, seeing what they say as well. Now, to wrap up, I just wanted to read you a little quick testimonial from one of my clients, Bernie, who came to me to understand a little bit more about human design, about herself, and also about a client that she had who seemed like she was completely the opposite of her, but also seemed like she was very, very similar to her as well. And she came to me to help her understand projectors a little bit better, because as you guys know, I'm a projector as well. So when Bernie came to me, she's an intuitive coach and an empath activator. She basically found out that a new client of hers was a projector. She's a manifesting generator, so she wanted to just understand her client better So she wrote me this after we worked together. Even just discovering that she's a projector has let a few pieces of the puzzle fall into place with her motivation, her emotional intelligence, and her lack of understanding of how amazing she is, which is a really common theme for projectors. So this has helped me guide her better, and I can help her understand that she needs the downtime because when she works, she gives a lot of energy away. So she needs to pull back and she needs to have some downtime. And that's really helped her. So she said, thank you very much for the insights. It's helped me to see her own strengths and her own genius, but also the way that she's managed, that Bernie's managed to coach her is that she can see it through her own eyes now, not just the eyes of somebody else. And after she'd had a couple of sessions with this amazing projector, this client of hers came and said to her a wonderful testimonial. She said, I'm kind of in awe of the fact that you figured out something about me that I never knew. And it's actually groundbreaking information into who I am and how I work. So, isn't that the most amazing testimonial to get from your client? Sounds great, right? So, I actually have an 8-week live learning program for you to come on board with me and work with me to learn the basics of the human design system with me. And what happens is it's called Lead Your Clients to Clarity in just 8 weeks. And essentially, you will use this, this 8 weeks that we have together as a group session. So we'll have, one session a week, and we'll be learning and diving more into the aspects of the human design system that are going to help you specifically with your coaching. So we're going to talk about the human design energy type. We're going to talk about the strategy, decision-making process. We're going to uncover limiting beliefs. I'm going to show you how you can just look at a chart and go, right, I know that my client may have these limiting beliefs and these ones and these ones and these ones. Hopefully not too many, of course. And also, I'm going to teach you how to understand the role that we're here to play and the role that your client is here to play as well, because there might be a really big difference in between, that side of things too. Now, this 8-week program is not only for you to understand yourself at a deeper level, but it's to help you to understand your clients too, so that you can guide them to success. Now, if you want to join me, I'm starting my next live learning program, Lead Your Clients to Clarity, in February of 2025. So I have a waitlist open. And if you would like to take a look at all of the information about this 8-week program and come and join me on this amazing journey to really get a deeper sense of how to guide your client, then come and join me, sign up to the waitlist, and together we will be able to lead our clients to success. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Simple Human Design, and I will see you next week.